On last week's camper episode, I made a few changes to the camper by using a reusable stencil and made a nautical image on the wall. I also decided to change the colors of my green cabinets to a really beautiful yellow. This is still a work in progress, but it's getting there. If you've missed any of our camper series renovations, you can head over to our playlist to see all the videos.
Hi YouTube family!
My name is Alicia English.
And I'm Philip English.
Welcome back to our channel.
Today we're going to transform our bedroom space into a beautiful nautical themed bedroom.
Hi YouTube family! My name is Alicia English.
And I'm Philip English.
Welcome back to our channel.
Do you love Shiplap? Shoop-up-boop-a-doo-da-ba-ba-doo-bop. Okay, 3.
Hi YouTube family! My name is Alicia English.
And I'm Philip English.
Welcome back to our channel.
Do you love Shiplap as much as we do? Today we're going to transform our bedroom space with Shiplap walls.
Don't worry, we're not painting any white today, but we are also going to make a full headboard. Let's get to it.
All right.
We've done shiplap before inside of our house and it was super easy, but what I really like to do when I'm working on DIY projects is to make sure that I can do everything in a really budget-friendly way. You can purchase prefab shiplap and it's pretty expensive, but I found another way to do shiplap in a much more economical way. So that is to buy some 1/4-inch plywood, which is actually underlayment for flooring. So I'm using a mahogany style here. It doesn't really matter what type of wood it is as long as it's smooth, because you're going to be painting it anyways. So whether you do a traditional white shiplap or you do the super cool trendy black that's in style right now, or do a nautical color like I'm going to do today, it doesn't really matter what the undercolor is because you're going to use a paint and primer anyway. So this looks pretty dark, but I'm going to paint a color over top of it. So what I'm going to do for my shiplap is I've chosen to do 6-inch wide slats. I want them to be nice and chunky, and I'm not really going to need that many on this wall because I'm in a camper. But I really like the impact of that nice thick shiplap, especially on a wall for our inside space, which I might have on my to-do list of some things to do later on in the season. So we're gonna do it on this wall now. I'm gonna show you how I install it.
Cutting our shiplap is super easy when you have a table saw like this. We're just gonna set our guide wall to 6 inches and we don't have to do any measurements. We're just gonna push our wood through, and every slap,
Shiplap slap.
every shiplap slap will be 6 inches wide.
Because I want all my slats to be staggered on the wall, I'm going to use my miter saw to make a bunch of straight cuts. And then I'll be able to measure and see if I need to cut any angles. I'll just be able to trace them up on the wall. I'm going to show you how I install it once I get a few boards cut. To install my slats, I'm going to use my brad nailer and fire these on, and then what I'll be able to do is measure my space between here and here and cut my next piece. That way I won't have all my lines in the same spot. So then when I do my next one, I might want my little cut line to be here, and then have a piece this way, and I'll stagger my way all the way down. I'll also have to work my way around the window. Last piece. All of the windows in the interior and exterior space of the camper are getting painted white. I've already done a couple, and so I know what it looks like, and I know I'm going to continue it through the camper. But since this wall is going to be the shiplap color that I'm going to do, I want to do this framework in the same color as the wall so it blends in, but the window behind me is going to have a white frame. So I'm just doing a little bit different just because I think it'll look really like not as nautical if I have a white frame kind of on this colored wall. So I'm just taping off the screen so I don't have any oopsies with my paint, and then I'm going to get rolling the color on the wall. It is so hot today that we'll see how long the tape wants to stay. Another great way to save money and to have your budget kind of have more room to do other projects is to save money on how much paint you actually buy. You don't want to buy a whole like half gallon or a full gallon of paint for a project that you're only going to use a smaller portion of paint, which is why I know I've told you guys a lot of times, I absolutely love Beauty Tone paint, and they have this sample paint can option that you can get matched in absolutely any color they have on their paint wall. And they also can color match if you have a color that you have maybe in a different brand that you want to use Beauty Tone instead. So I'm actually using some of my Beauty Tone sample paint. These are only $7 and you get 435 mils of paint, which is amazing. I actually already used some of this can for another project and it's still almost full. So this paint goes a long way. So the color I'm using is called Majestic Mountains, and Beauty Tone has a Canadian line of paint. All of their paint is Canadian made. Beauty Tone paint has a line of paint that is actually inspired by Canadian national parks. So this color, Majestic Mountains, is actually one of the ones that's inspired, which I think is super awesome since we're Canadian and we're gonna be traveling within Canada with our campers. So adding some of these, and these are actually one of my favorite lines of colors that they have on their series. So I am going to use this for my wall. I'm going to do all of the edging and also the window frame using one of my Alicia English brushes. You can purchase these in different colors on my Etsy shop. And I'm gonna get painting. It's the same color as the home text. Once you've painted and everything's dry, if you find that you have little pieces of paint inside your seams, if you don't want them, you just run a razor blade or an X-Acto knife through and get that out, and then you'll look like you have a nice space between your marks. I wanted to have a little bit of a gap. If you don't, just stick them closer together.
That shiplap wall transformation is absolutely gorgeous, and the color to match, it sets the room off right.
And best of all, the total cost, paint, the plywood, and brad nails and everything was under $12 to be able to create that wall. So think about even if you had a larger room in a home that you wanted to do, you can really do a shiplap wall for a really small budget.
I think using the sample jars is the key to save on these smaller projects.
It's amazing because if I would have spent $60, say, on a gallon of paint, I would have so much paint left that I may or may not use for something else in that exact color. So being able to buy a really inexpensive sample container means that I still actually have paint left after now 2 whole projects, and I have just enough that I could do touch-ups, or I can do even just probably another small project. But if I had a lot of other paint, I would use so much more money in my budget. So I'd rather save that $40 or $50 to use somewhere else in my camper for another DIY. So saving on your paint is key, especially when you're using still great quality paint.
I don't know about you, but that shiplap and that color you use definitely reminds me of the East Coast.
It definitely does. It really goes with our nautical theme that we're going for. I think it's going to be really awesome when our bedding and everything is actually, it says it's on its way, so we should have it in a couple of days. We got a new mattress for the bedroom space and some other linens and stuff that are all going to go in there, so we're going to finish up the bedroom space this week.
I love it.
I think the kids are thinking we're going to do like an overnight challenge when the camper is done in the driveway to test out all the new bedding.
Well, there's a couple closed campsites too. We might be able to do an overnight. That would be fun.
They've got big plans for the campers. So we are going to get some of this bedroom space done this week. So stay tuned for our next video. I also wanted to remind you to head over to our tiny home studio build that we're working on. In order to be entered into our giveaway, you need to leave a comment on that video. Let us know what you think of the build. You also need to make sure that you're part of our YouTube family. So hit the subscribe button. What are you waiting for? We have a lot more content coming your way. I also wanted to remind you that we have our merch, A Bunker Branding. You can check that out. We also have our Alicia English brushes that are on our website on Etsy. And my scroll saw cut hands that are on there are selling so quickly. So if you're looking at ordering your I Love You hand, make sure you do that now because it's going to be a break in some of these items that I'm offering handmade so that I can get ready for the holiday season. So
already?
Already!
Amazing.
So I'm already getting prepped up for the holiday season. So you're gonna see lots of content coming soon showing you how you can do some handmade options and stuff for the holidays, which is gonna be super fun. So stay tuned for lots more DIYs of that.
Again, you don't want to forget to go and subscribe. You don't want to miss this month's giveaway.
Our giveaway for this month is a basket of handmade merch as well as some of our merch apparel that we just launched. So you don't want to miss being part of that giveaway. So make sure you comment on the tiny home build video and be subscribed to our channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. We always appreciate your support. We love you guys and we will see you on our next video.
Bye.
Bye.
It's merch drop day.
It is merch drop day.
What an exciting day. I can't wait. The designs look amazing. The website looks amazing.